Hello, everybody. My name is Tatiana Sharpe. I am the CEO and founder of Global Impact Network. I would like to start off by saying a huge thank you to Damsey Foundation for inviting me to speak to you today. And I guess I'd like to begin by saying that I am a woman that is the CEO, that is a founder of a tech company. And I am so proud to say that the majority of my company is woman-led. So our chief data officer is a woman, our head of marketing is a woman, our main lead engineer is a woman, our product manager is a woman. And this brings me great joy because if we look 30 years, even 20 years, even 10 years ago, these opportunities did not exist for us. And yes, we are living in a crazy time. We're living in the middle of a pandemic. Things are difficult. But as women, we have the opportunity in this day and age to bring about everlasting change. I guess I'd like to start off by sharing a little bit of my story. So I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, in Southern Africa. And as a young girl, I was exposed to a lot of poverty and social injustice at a very young age. I grew up in a privileged household, but my mother, she's my hero in life, and she's a solemn humanitarian. And I was very blessed that she brought me with her to a lot of orphanages and charities at a young age. Ever since I could remember, around 5 years old was my first memories. And I constantly questioned why I was so privileged that I noticed the massive inequalities, even at a young age, between me and the kids that we visited. And this really upset me and built a strong desire and passion in my heart to make change, because I recognized that I was in a position where I could bring about change in my community. And so at the age of 8 years old, I always loved storytelling and writing. I decided to write a book, and long story short, it was published when I was 8 years old. 100% of the proceeds went towards empowering children to receive an education in Zimbabwe, most notably in Harare Children's Home, which is an orphanage very, very close to my heart. And I've always been empowered by the idea of education. Nelson Mandela said something that always stuck with me my whole life, and he said, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. And I realized in order to create sustainability, in order for these kids to be able to provide for themselves and create value for themselves one day, there was little worth in me coming and giving a donation once or twice and then just leaving. And by investing in education for them and giving them the opportunity to receive an education, I knew in my heart, even at that age, I think it was a God-given instinct that I knew that it would be able to create a pathway in their future. Now, in hindsight, I understand the deep value in education, and by providing these children with an education, they're able to provide for themselves, to become self-reliant and self-sustainable. And so really, I think it all does start with education, and it starts with advocating for those that are in a position where they do not have voice. Our responsibility for those of us who have a voice is to give a voice to the voiceless and represent those who do not have a voice. And so I am very proud of each and every one of you that is out there trying to make a positive impact. We stand together in solidarity, regardless of our race, our gender, our age. We stand in solidarity. And as women, it is about time that we come together to bring positive impact to our homes, our communities, our countries, and to the world. So I would like to encourage you all to follow your heart's deepest desires and know that no matter how small the change that you make, it is a massive change. Even if it is in one person's life, it has the ability to create a ripple effect that is far greater than any individual. And so I really encourage you to follow your heart's desires. use your natural abilities and talents and make a positive impact. Be the voice for the voiceless. Continue with your projects. No matter, what's difficult is sometimes I feel our generation, at least the younger generation, millennials, are used to immediate gratification. And in order to bring everlasting change, we need to be prepared to put in the work, to execute on a daily basis for whatever cause we are fighting for, whether it is gender equality or quality education or access to clean water and sanitation. We must not give up. We must keep up with the good fight, because in the end, what matters is the lives that you have transformed, the impact that you have made in your communities, in the world. And this is the legacy that you leave behind for your children and your grandchildren and your community members to remember you by, to feel inspired by you. You inspire me. You make me feel like I have a purpose. And so from the bottom of my heart, I stand with you, I support you, and I hope that we can all be advocates for change. Just know that being a woman, we are given a very special intrinsic talent and capability of intuition and empathy. And that combined with knowledge and perseverance is a very powerful thing. So I cannot wait to hear all your incredible stories, and I am sending you so much support and love, and I encourage you to continue to persevere. Sending peace and love. Let's continue to be advocates for change.